Scooter.
Yes.
We're in a Walmart parking lot.
Yes.
Someplace in New Jersey.
Yep.
You live in a van, homeless.
Yes.
Tell me about it.
I've been in the van just over 3 years. August 24th was the 2-year anniversary. I'm going on the 3rd year now. I've been in this spot for about a year and a half. It's been safe. It's been comfortable. Everything I need is here. I have Walmart, which if they don't sell at Walmart, you don't need it. I've got a McDonald's. I've got an Old Navy if I want to be fashionable. There's a TJ Maxx. There's even a Lane Bryant if I want to cross-dress and put on weight. So, and there's a Bed Bath & Beyond there. We haven't really had a homeless community here. There was one other fellow by the name of John, lived in his truck that was here for a while, and he was on the other side of the parking lot. Recently, about 2 months ago, he had a heart attack, then a small stroke, then a major stroke, and then they found out he was diabetic. So he is actually now living with his brother, so he's much better off, him and his 2 Shih Tzus. So yeah, it's just me.
Well, but now you lost your house, and you were living. How long were you living in your house?
27 years.
27 years, and you lost it to foreclosure.
Right, and it wasn't part of the subprime thing. It was a lot of bad luck, not the best decisions on my part, and some medical stuff all mixed in together over the course of like 6-7 years.
So now, I'm going to say this as a compliment. I'm going to take you on as a geek. Over the last, you actually invited me down here.
Yep.
And you've been helping me out. If I had a technical problem, you'll DM me. You're looking at manuals. So, like, you're wired in that van.
Yes, I am. Well, between McDonald's and Panera, I've got Wi-Fi. McDonald's, if you're not an AT&T subscriber using the free side of it, they throttle the speeds. But you can go to any website you want. Panera, on the other hand, much better speeds, but they use this service called OpenDNS, which is that blocks certain websites, and it's for like businesses. You don't want your employees buying stuff from Amazon and stuff, but the speed is better, so I use that for streaming like Hulu, Crackle. I had that free trial subscription to Epix HD. If anybody out there wants to buy me a scholarship to Glenn Beck Television, I would love that.
What's Glenn Beck Television?
Well, when Glenn left Fox, he launched a 24/7 cable television network. He does his usual show that's at 5 o'clock, but it's 2 hours instead of the 1, and they produce different documentaries. I'm a big fan of his.
Obviously.
I'm probably America's most conservative homeless guy.
Yeah.
I'm a free market guy.
So hopefully Glenn Beck will see this and maybe comment or post on his blog. Or
it would be great, or if there are Glenn Beck followers out there, I'd like the subscription so I'd be able to watch the show. With Panera, I'd be able to stream it, and it would look just fine. I did stream he did like a free 2-hour just before the formal launch,
right.
And as the same Ustream, the same place you do the mobile, and it came fine. So yeah, and I've got a Mac that someone gave me around Christmas. I've got a Vio laptop. I have my webcam. I have a digital converter box so I can watch TV. I can keep up on Glee and House and Fringe, and I love Terra Nova. I don't know if you've seen Terra Nova yet.
No.
Nothing better than dinosaurs eating teenagers. It's a really good show.
So now you're on Twitter.
I'm on Twitter. I'm on Facebook. I have my own blog.
What's your blog?
If you Google, this is the easiest way to get there. If you Google one word, homeless advisor, it'll take you right to the blog. I haven't been posting a lot lately because I lost everything that I own for the most part to 2 storage bins of mine having been auctioned, and that put me in quite a funk. So I don't always want to be downbeat. If you go through it, you're going to see stuff where I kind of parody the fact that I'm homeless. I write about politics, I write about television, I write about music.
You write about the guy at McDonald's wasting the cup every time.
Yes, I did. I wrote about.
I witnessed that just now. Bought you coffee and.
He did it. You saw him do it.
I saw him.
And it's this guy Ruben.
We'll link to that. We'll put the link there because it's kind of funny that he does that.
And I have a second one called The Pundit Nomadic, which I write about politics, current events, and that's where I declared my own sovereign nation called Afghanistan, which is mobile. It's the van. I was going to call it Scoot Vanistan because it puts my name up front and I have an ego. But the thing is, if I get like a full-fledged motorhome, then it would be Scoot Motorhomestan, and so I left it Afghanistan. And I'm the main diplomat, and so I figured out that what our number one export will be is, because I'm a diplomat, I have diplomatic immunity. So our number one export will be the flat screens I shoplift from Walmart and then sell to people out of the country. Hello, ladies.
So now...
it's a joke. I don't shoplift. I don't panhandle. I don't do any of that.
Gosh, I mean, yeah, you're a nice guy. I just, from the amount you've helped me and that I know of you helping other people. So, you worked in TV. We're both video dinosaurs, having worked in broadcasting and trucks and all that stuff. Why aren't you working?
Last gig I had was with a major station in New York. I was running live trucks. That wrapped up, and my version of a midlife crisis was I wanted to do something with my hands, whether that was landscaping, woodworking. I wound up in automotive. And I started out at a lube shop. They moved me, and I just wanted to work on the cars, do the oil changes and stuff. They moved me upstairs to where I had to do sales, and I was moving so much product, we were running out of fluids. It was that simple. Went into, took the next step up, which was with a couple of dealerships. The last dealership I was with was Town Hyundai in Denville. See Joe Ippolito, tell him you want the scooter discount and you'll save $100. Because I love Hyundai cars. They're great cars. They really are. You get a lot for the money. Ultimately went from there to selling Fios, which is from Verizon, which is the best. If you can
you're
get
smart.
Fios,
We're running out of time.
Oh, okay.
You're a smart guy. You know technology. You know cars. You know video. Why aren't you working?
There just hasn't been much available. I want to get out of New Jersey. If you follow the blog, you'll see that going back to when I first lost the house, my goal had been to go to Wyoming.
Right.
Had a heart attack, had a couple of strokes, 2-week stint in the hospital, 103 fever with diverticulitis, one thing after another.
And that's painful, man, because I've been there.
Oh yeah, it was more pain than I could stand. And that's when I got the fever. Because the thing is, I had diverticulosis. I didn't know what it was called because I didn't have medical.
Right.
But when I had the fever, that's when it was a problem. So anyway, that's one of the things that's kept me back. Follow the blog. You'll see my progress or lack thereof. And I appreciate what Mark does. And everybody out there, keep your chin up.
So you stay positive even doing that. I mean,
I do my best.
Winter's coming. You don't even, the New Jersey, because we talked about this.
Right.
We just sat for a while. New Jersey welfare, and it's pretty much, doesn't pick a state. Doesn't even really give you enough money for the gasoline cans I see in the background so that you can have some heat, run your generator over the winter.
No, but I don't want them to. I mean, I haven't even applied for disability. I take that back. I refused for the longest time to apply for disability because I didn't want to get complacent. New Jersey, and I didn't know this when I first started with the food stamps, New Jersey has a requirement that if you're on general assistance, you have to apply for disability. So I did. If I get it, fine. If I don't get it, fine. I really just want to do it myself. I do get help from people. Churches have helped me with gasoline. Food isn't an issue. Sometimes it's tough. We hit temperatures up here of -15, but God was great, and I had heat and gasoline every night through this winter for electricity. Wow. There wasn't a night where I had to sleep in there and it was like 25 degrees or anything like that.
Because you are the demographic. More and more mobile homeless, more and more people are living in parking lots and running generators because they lost their house. I mean, you lived in your house for 27 years.
Yep, raised both my kids there. My first wife died there.
Wow.
And I did what I was supposed to do as a father. My kids always had clean clothes, warm food. I remarried the Una-X, which Unabomber X from hell equals this girl. And we separated, and I raised my boys. My youngest, graduate University of Rochester, did great. But they're building their lives. I mean, for example, my youngest has college loans. He's got car loans. He's got rent. He lives in Long Island. My oldest just got a rental house with a roommate, and I don't want to live with my kids. They're single men. If they're Xboxing, they want to talk dirty. They don't want to worry about dad being there. And they come and see me. Oh, there's my friend Howard on his Segway. So I did what I was supposed to do.
You've been here a year and a half. You know everybody.
I made some. Walmart, they love it. I'm their mascot.
Yeah.
I don't have a furry costume. That's the only thing. I don't have a furry costume.
Okay. Well, if you had 3 wishes, what would they be?
Herman Cain is president in 2012. Whatever for my boys will complete them, and for me to get on with it, whatever that is.
Well, thank you very much for talking to me.
Thank you. So yeah, here.